Good morning, Canyon Lake. Today is Tuesday, February 16th. And a reminder, we didn't have school yesterday because of President's Day. So this week you do come to school Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we come to school on Friday this week. So for lunch today, we are having chicken strips with JoJo's, craisins, and baby carrots. And for lunch tomorrow on Wednesday, we are having French toast sticks. And there are no birthdays today. So last week and the week before, remember we're talking about our 6 core emotions. And so far we've talked about sadness and anger, because those are kind of the big ones, right? Those are kind of the hardest ones to deal with when they come up. So I ended up being sick for a little bit last week, and I didn't get to do the announcements last Thursday, and we were going to talk about coping skills. So that's what I wanted to do today with you guys. So first of all, what is a coping skill? Like when we're feeling angry or sad or scared. So a coping skill is something we can do to deal or tolerate with stress or anger or sadness, right? Those feelings as they come up. Something we can do to handle those feelings a little bit better. Now, everybody handles it differently, and everybody has different coping skills. So, me and my best friend, we might not have the same coping skills to handle stressful things. Maybe we do share a couple things, but maybe we do a couple things differently too, and that's okay. But the big thing to remember is that we want to have healthy coping skills. Unhealthy coping skills aren't gonna help us at all, right? So some examples of unhealthy things that really don't help us in stressful situations might be hitting things, right? Yelling, screaming, name calling. Those kind of things aren't gonna help with our stress. They're not gonna make things better for us, right? So it's important to have healthy coping skills. So some examples of healthy coping skills. To start with, we're going to start with emotional focused coping skills, right? So these are things that we can do that maybe they're not going to solve the problem, but they might help us when we're feeling stressed out. So some things that I wrote down, and there's so many things you can do, but these are some things that I like to do. And it's important to think of things you can do at home, at school, and maybe some coping skills that you can do anywhere, because there's certain ones that I can't do everywhere. So for example, I wrote listen to music and play with my dogs, right? Those are good coping skills I can do at home, but I can't do those at school. So at school, or maybe if I'm out and about, I could, if I need to go take a little walk, take a break, go get a drink, right? Maybe draw. Now we can't always do that one during class either. So there's different coping skills that we can use, and we need to know when we should use those, right? If we're at school or at home. So those are just things to maybe help us calm down and relax when we're feeling stressed out. Now, the other kind of coping skills we call problem-focused coping skills. And that's when we want to attack the problem head on, right? And we want to deal with it. So some things that we can do that, for example, I like to do are we can ask for help. Just say, I'm having a problem, I'm stressed out, and I need help. One thing I like to do is I like to create a list. So if I have a lot of things going on, say I'm in math class and I have some different things I need to get done today and I'm feeling stressed and overwhelmed, I make a list, and that way I just focus on one thing at a time, and then it becomes less stressful. I can manage it a little bit better. And then finally, sometimes we just need to set boundaries, right? It's okay to say no to things sometimes. Now, don't say no when we're supposed to be doing our reading and our math, right? But boundaries, like if our friends aren't treating us very nicely, and we need to set boundaries with our friends and say, you can't treat me that way. That's not nice. So those are some things that we can do to solve our problem when we're feeling stressed out. So this week when we're handling our stress, think about, are you going to do emotional focused coping skills or problem focused? Do you want to handle the problem, or do you just maybe need a break and take your mind off the stress for a little bit? So for morning meeting today, I want you to discuss and come up with one coping skill that you are really going to try to use this week when you're feeling angry, sad, overwhelmed. What is one thing that you're going to try today when those feelings come up? So for me today, when those feelings come up, I am going to tell myself, I'm going to take some deep breaths. I'm going to take 1 minute, right? I'm going to take a full 60 seconds. And I'm going to take some deep breaths, and I'm just going to calm myself down. So that's what I'm going to try today. What do you want to try today for your coping skill? So have a great Tuesday, Canyon Lake. And if you ever want to talk about coping skills or things you can try if those feelings get too big, let me know. We can talk more about coping skills if you feel like you need some help. Have a great week, guys, and we will see you later. Bye.